Okay po, so ulitin ko, magandang gabi sa ating lahat at i-review po natin yung alphabet ng Hebrew. So, ano ba yung alphabet ng Hebrew? Actually, mayroon pong 22 consonants ang Hebrew. No capital letters. 5 letters change form at the end. Almost always consistent. So yung pronunciation sometimes varies around the world. At kung babasahin ang Hebrew from right to left. Ano ba yung mga alphabet? So ito po yung una, Aleph. Aleph. Bet. Gimel. Dalet. He, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pe, Chade, Kof, Resh, Sin, Shin, Tav. Okay, so consonants. The alphabet is made up entirely of consonants. Within the alphabet are special groups of consonants. So meron tayong tinatawag na 4 gutturals and 6 bigat kipat and 5 final forms. So, Aleph, silent. Pag ma-encounter nyo yung word na Aleph, ito ay silent. Aleph is unpronounced and takes on the sound of the vowel it is given. Aleph is a guttural consonant. Example, Av. Av. In English, the word Av, Father. Then next, Beit. So Beit, B as in boy and V as in vet. Beit has 2 pronunciations and is a member of the bigat kipat. The B sound has a dagesh lene. So yung pag sinasabing dagesh lene ay ito po yung mayroong tuldok sa gitna. Ang tawag diyan dagesh lene, B sounds. Pero pag wala po yung dot, V sound. V, victory, vet. And V sound does not. So beit can be confused with kaf. Kasi yung pagkasulat ay halos parehas. Yung sa beit at sa kaf. Pag hindi nyo napansin, ay pwede nyong basahin yung kaf as beit or beit as kaf. So, kailangan lang familiarization. Okay, Ben. Example po, Ben as in English ay sun. Example, Ben. Yung bait. And then Abel. So another example is Abel. B, bait. So pag wala yung dot sa gitna, B as in boy, and then kung i-remove yung dot sa bait, V, ang sounds niya ay V, victory or vet. Next, Gimel. Gimel, G as in good. Yan po yung ano niya, ang katumbas letter po dito sa English. G as in good. Gimel is a member of the bigat kipat, but now has only one pronunciation. Anciently, it also had a GH sound as in ghost. Yan, as in ghost. So, mayroon lang siyang isang sound at minsan may GH sound. Pag mayroong yun nga, pag may dot or walang dot, sound as GH sound as in ghost. Like for example here, God. Ayan, God. So that's Gimel. Next is the Dalet. Dalet as in dog. Dalet as in dog. Dalet is a member of the Bigat Kipat, but now has only one pronunciation. Anciently, it also had a TH. Ito pong Dalets. Anciently, mayroon itong TH sound as in then. Dalet can be confused with Resh. Yung Resh. Pero may konting ano po, kasi yung Resh or R ay may curve. Yung Dalet ay mayroon siyang angle. Ayan, konting ano lang, bantayanan. Example is the David. Okay, David. He. Next Hebrew letter is He. It's as in help. So, He is easily confused with Ket and Tav. So, yung tatlo na yun, yung dalawang letter, the Ket and the Tav, itong He. Halos magkaparehas ang yung letra. Pero yun, pag na-familiarize naman, ay madali na lang. Kaya, kailangang i-familiarize ang Hebrew alphabet. So, he is a guttural consonant. So, example is Abel. Abel. Next is Vav. Vav. V as in velvet. Vav is easily confused with Zion. So, tignan mo yung pagkasulat ng Zion and final nun. Halos parehas po pero ang kaibahan lang yung final nun mahaba. At sa yung Zion mayroong linya sa taas. Ayan. So yun yung mga tinitignan nyo. Kung mahaba yung vertical ay final nun. Kung mayroong guhit sa taas ay Zion. Pero kung ang tamang-tama lang yung vertical na pagkasulat, vertical line, yun yung Zion. Or Vav, Vav. Okay, Vav. Ang example nito ay yung and, or, also, or even. Pag may makita nyo yung Vav, Vav, na mayroong Shiva, under yung dalawang dot dyan ay Shiva, and, or, also, even. Next is Zion. Zion as in zoo. Zion is easily confused with Vav and final nun. Okay? So, yan po ang makikita nyo. Very confusing siya. Zion, dahil ang hitsura niya parang Vav and nun. Final nun. So, the sound of Zion, Z, is easily confused with the sound of Shade, TS. Okay? So, ito po yung Zaken. Zaken, the old man or elder. Zaken, old man or elder. So, for example, Zion. Next is Chet. See its sound as in Vak. Chet is easily confused with He and Tav. Okay? The He and Tav, halos parehas yung kanilang litra. Ayan. Yung the tav, the he, the chet. Chet is a guttural consonant. Ayan, the example nga dyan is the Hebron. Hebron. Next is tet. T as in talk. Tet shares the T sound with tav. Ayan, tav. Kaya example is tub, the good. Tub, good. Then yud. Yung yud, maliit lang ito na na part sa Hebrew alphabet. Yud, Y, as in yes. Yud is often confused with vav. Tama, kasi itong yud, yung vav ay halos parehas yung pagtinitignan, pero pag na-familiarize ay may kaibahan po. Kasi yung yud ay parang kudlit lang. Yung vav ay mahabang kudlit. Yan. So, yan yung doon, yung kaibahan. Example is Yosef. Joseph. Yosef. Yan, Joseph. Walang J sa Hebrew walang J, kaya itong Joseph is Yosef. Yan, Yosef. Walang letter J, kundi meron is Y. Yan, Yosef. Next is kaf. K as in KitKat. CH as in back. Kit has two pronunciations and is a member of the Bigat Kipat. The K sound has a dagger's line and the CH sound does not. Ito po yung mga bantayanan yun, yung may dot, the dot and without dot. So kung walang dot ay CH sound. Pag mayroong dot, K sound. Okay? So kaf is often confused with bait. Yung bait, yung pagkasulat, kunti lang diferensya yung kaf and bait. Ayan, so ang kaf mayroong final form. Katulad ng pinag-usapan natin last meeting, ang final form ay matatagpuan nyo lang ang litrang ito after doon sa word. Ayan. Okay? So, example here is Kohen. Priest. Ang ibig sabihin, priest. Kohen. Ang ibig sabihin, priest. Then, Lamed. Lamed. L as in like. Okay? Levi. Ang example is Levi. Lamed. So, itong yung Lamed ay wala siyang ka-look-alike or kaparihas. Ayan, yung Lamed, madali na lang siyang tandaan. Kumpara doon sa iba, may parang magkaparihas. Pero yung Lamed ay wala. Example is Levi. Then, Mem. Mem, mayroong final form ang Mem. Tignan niyo po, may dalawa Ang dalawang Mem, yung isa, final form. At matatagpuan nyo yung Mem na final form doon sa last letter ng word. M, as in mom. Mem can be confused with samark. Tama, kasi yung pagkasulat nga. The Mem, and then the samark. Yan, final form. Okay? So, very, miyud is very. Next is non. The non, mayroon ding final form, N as in next. Non may be confused with bait or kaf. Ayan, bait or kaf. And then mayroong final form, mahaba yung vertical niya. Ayan. So, example here, the prophet is Nabi. Nabi. Prophet. Then, Zamek. Yung Zamek naman ay O. Makikita nyo parang O. Pero ano po yun ha? Sa S. S as in sun. Pag sa Hebrew kasi na bilog. Pero yun ay S. Samek. Samek can be confused with mem. The samek, mem, or the final mem. Ayan, example here, the Sinai. Sinai. Ayin. Ayin is silent katulad ng Aleph. Ayin is unpronounced and takes on the sound of the vowel it is given. So kung may partner siya na vowel, doon lang ang vowel ang may sound. Pero pag walang partner na vowel, wala siyang sound. Unpronounced. Ayin is easily confused with shade. Kasi tignan naman natin yung style ng letra ay halos parehas. Ang kaiba lang sa shade ay mayroong curve. Yung ayin ay parang Y na pakurba. Or italic na parang Y. Yun ay ayin. Ayin is a guttural consonant. Okay? Ayan. Servants, ibid. Okay, ibid. Yan yung example. So, silent yung ayin. Next is pe. P as in pe. Pag wala po yung dot, if as in fast ang sound niya. Yan, kung may dot ay P. So, yan po. P as two pronunciations and is a member of the Bigat Kipat. The P sound has dagas lene. And the F sound does not. And then, ito pong P mayroon pong final form. Okay, mayroon pong final form. So, palal. Pray. Ayan. Nipish. Yung isa naman na example is nipish. Spirit. Ang ibig sabihin, spirit. So, mayroong final form. Ang P, mayroong kung may without the dot ay if sound. Fast. With dot, P. Ang sound. And mayroong final form. Next is chade. Chade or TS as in let's. Chade is easily confused with ayin. Yes? Dahil ang litrang ito ay kaparehas sa ayin, yung chade. And ang chade mayroong final form. Yan, mayroong final form. Example is Zayon. Zayon. Next is kof. Ki as in KitKat. Kof shares the ki sound with kaf. Kahin. Ang example is kahin. Kof. Kung sa atin is Q. Pero ang sound sa Hebrew ay ki. Okay? Yun yung sound. The example is kain. Then resh, R naman sa atin. R. As in right. Resh can be confused with dalit. Ayan po. With ano siya, yung parang kamukha niya ang dalit. Pero kung ma-familiarize mo, yung resh ay pakurba siya. Resh acts like a guttural consonant and should be included when you list gutturals. Ayan. So, rav, much. Shin, S-H as in shell. Shin can be confused with sin. Pero ang bantayan na dyan, yung tuldok na nasa taas. Okay? So, yun lang ang bantayanan. Yung shin at saka sin. Shabbat. Ang example po dyan is Shabbat. Sabat sa atin naman. Sabat. Shabbat. Then sin, S as in sin. Sin can be confused with shen. Ayan. So, example is Sarah. Sarah. Example sa S, sin. Then Tav. Tav, as in test. Tav is a member of the Bigat Kipat, but now has only one pronunciation. Anciently, it also had a TH sound, as in thin. Tav is easily confused with he and het. So, yun yung doon. Example here, the Torah. Ibig sabihin ng word Torah ay law. And so, yan po yung mga, yung gutturals. So, the gutturals, the aleph, he, het, at saka ayin, resh. So, the final forms, syempre, the kaf, mem, nun, pe, chade. So, yan po yung may mga final forms, and the bigat kipat with dat, yung may mga dat, gemel, dalet, kaf, pe, chade. Yan, we have here the bait, gemel, dalet, kaf, pe, at saka yung tab. So, ang doon sa group yan, group of letters, the bigat kipat. So, the gutturals, aleph, he, het, ayin, and resh gutturals are pronounced in the backs of the throat. Resh acts like a guttural sometimes, even though it is not pronounced at the back of the throat. Gutturals have special rules and are notorious for changing vowels from the expected. Okay, so ayan po yung bigat kipat. So when bigat kipat has a dagas, the basic sound changes to a softer pronunciation. So doon po yung may dot and without the dot. Okay, and then here the final form. These consonants have special forms when placed at the ends of a word. Okay, yung sa kaf, mem, non, pe, chade, kaf, mem, non, ayan, p and chade. Alright, so yun yung bilang review po, and then let's proceed to proceed po tayo dito sa po natin, actually sa lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 po tayo. So, yun po yung sa lesson number 1, na-mention na natin regarding the alphabet. The alphabets of Hebrew, mayroong actually 22, 23 consonants, read right to left. Then kung paano isulat ay ganito yung ganyan yung yung paano isulat ang Hebrew. So may mga example na po diyan. Tignan niyo lang kung paano isulat, at pwede kayong mag-practice magsulat ng Hebrew while yung memorizing doon sa alphabet. Pwede kayong mag-practice paano isulat ang Hebrew letters. Yan, at saka may mga activity tayo dyan. Pwede nyong answeran yung mga activity para ma-practice. Okay? So, lesson number 2, Hebrew vowels and vowel signs. Kasi hindi natin mabasa yung Hebrew kung wala yung vowel sounds. Okay? Kung wala yung mga vowel sounds, hindi mo mabasa kasi consonants lahat. So, para mabasa ang Hebrew, dapat mayroong vowel sounds. Ito yon, Hebrew vowels and vowel signs. The simple sheva or sheva. Yung dalawang tuldok na makita nyo na magkasunod, yun ay sheva or shiwa. Compound sheva or shiwa, pag makita nyo dyan yung may dalawang tuldok at saka yung mayroong T na maliit, at ganun din dito sa kabila mayroong 5. Yung isa dyan is sheva, yung isa naman yun yung vowel. Tapos ganun din sa kabila, makikita nyo yung dalawang tuldok na magkasunod, yun ay sheva, na idagdag doon sa vowel sounds. Ayan. Okay? So, independent personal pronouns, verbless clauses. Dagis chazak and dagis kal. Example is the bar. Okay, okay, wait lang. Okay, so yan. Ulitin ka na sa lesson number 2 natin. Okay, sa lesson number 2 natin, the vowels and vowel signs. Okay, nakita niyo dyan yung lesson number 2 natin. Mayroong tinatag simple sheva or shewa, yung dalawang tuldok na makita niyo dyan na magkasunod. Ang tawag dyan ay sheva. Okay, sheva or shewa. And then, pag sinasabing compound sheva, ay idinagdag ito sa vowels. So, kung makita nyo dyan, may mga tuldok dyan na dalawa ang naidagdag doon sa isang vowel, a. Ayan, compound sheva ang tawag doon. Yan o. So, mga vowel sounds po yung nandyan. Mga vowels, and then nadagdagan ng dalawang tuldok na magkasunod, sheva, kaya tinatawag na compound sheva. So, independent personal pronouns, verbless clauses. The dagish chazak and dagish kal. Yan. Dever. Yan yung example dyan. The gutturals, the resh, the ayin, khet, he, and the aleph. Open and close syllables. Word stress. Melek. Melek. So, nakita niyo yung vowel sa baba. Yun yung vowel sound. Yung tatlo na tuldok ay i, as in eagle. Yun yung sound. So, nasa baba ng mem, tapos sa baba ng lamed. So, melek. Pag babasahin na siya, melek. So, the biblical Hebrew vowels, ito na yan, makikita nyo na yung signs. The name, the patak, gamerts, he. Alright, so nandyan sa gilid, makikita nyo yung mayroong dash, tapos parang T na maliit. Ayun. Ang dyan, ang pronunciation sa atin ay a. As in father. A, class, or the short and long. So, pag may ma-encounter nyo ganito, yung dash, at saka yung T na maliliit, a. As in apple. Yun yung sound sa atin. Kaya pag nai-partner yan doon sa consonant, mababasa nyo na. Dahil meron, ito lang yung bantayanan nyo, yung mga vowel sound. Pag idagdag doon sa consonant, mababasa nyo na ang Hebrew. Then, next is the sigol, chere. Sigol, chere, or cherek yud. Cherek yud. So, pag ma-encounter nyo ito, yung tatlong tuldok dyan at dalawa, E as in eagle, in met, A in they. Ayan po. So, mayroong tatlong tuldok dyan. Ayan po. So, And then I, yung may isang tuldok naman I. Okay, nakita nyo? Ayan. So, yun yung mga bantayanan nga. Kaya kailangang malinaw ang mata dito kasi yung tuldok, pag hindi malinaw yung pagtingin nyo, parang magkadikit na, hindi nyo na mabasa ang Hebrew. Kasi mababasa ang Hebrew, bantayanan dito yung mga tuldok. Kasi yun yung vowel sound. Yun po yung mga vowel sound. And then the gametes, the kametz chataf, cholim vav, kibbutz shorek. So, ayan yung example sa sa U, O at saka U. Okay? Pag ang tuldok nasa taas, ayan po, at saka yung diagonal, pag nasa taas, O. Pag nasa, yung sa gitna ay U. And then, pa diagonal na tuldok, ganun, O. So, nakita nyo yung doon? Mga katumbas dito sa mga tuldok niyan, para, yun yung mga vowel sounds. Yun yung mga vowels. Pag sa consonants ng Hebrew, mababasa niyo na. So the biblical Hebrew vowels have the following characteristics. The vowels appear under. Tignan niyo ha. Saan niyo matatagpuan ang vowels? Either under, pwedeng over, or following. Ganun po yung bantayanan dito. The biblical Hebrew vowels have the following characteristics. The vowels appear under the consonants, over the consonants, or the following the consonants. They are pronounced after. Okay, yung vowels ay pronounced after doon sa consonants. For example, ito. Okay, yung yad. Iyad. Pronounce iyad. Okay? So, after. So, mauna yung consonants. Mauna yung consonants, and then next is the vowel. Yan. Example, yad. The yod, okay, and the vowel and the dalet. So yad. Some long vowels are written as a vowel point and a consonant. When the nun and the he or the yud are used in this way, they are called vowel letters. They are not consonants in these cases. So, ganun po ang mangyayari. May changes. So, yan po, the A represents both long A or A class kametz or kametz, and short U, class kametz chataf. Distinguishing which vowel it represents in a given instance depends on knowing in what type of syllable it occurs. So the vowels in biblical Hebrew are categorized by class. So mayroong ay class I or class or U class, and length short or long. Kaya nakita nyo kanina dun sa graph natin ay may different class. So simple Sheva, the vowel system created by the Tiberian Masoretes ng 500 CE, required that every consonant have a vowel sign. So, nung 500 CE, required that every consonant have a vowel sign. except at the ends of a word. Okay? Except at the end of a word, if a syllable ended in a consonant or began with two consonants in a row, it's still required a vowel sign. So nung sa last lang ang hindi, in a row, it still required a vowel sign. For this purpose, they use the sheva. Pag ganun naman, ang ginamit na dyan ay yung sheva, which means nothingness. Ayan. Shana. So may ano dyan, yung ang sheva pwedeng i-pronounce, pwedeng hindi. Depende kung saan inilalagay. Kung sa gitna maging silent, pero sa beginning may sounds ang sheva. So the sign is not properly a vowel, but it's some places, kasi ang sheva hindi naman vowel yun eh. Places it's vocal. So itong yung sheva magiging vocal lang siya, depende. Okay. Kung sa gitna hindi na siya vocal. Pronounced like the horrid as horrid A as above and transliterated with E. Eagle. Beret. Tignan niyo po yung beret. Yun yung yun may yung tinatawag compound sheva. Yan, beret. In other places it is a silent. Yung sheva ay pwede siyang silent din, katulad na mention nga natin. In other places, it is a silent place marker showing that the preceding syllable is closed. Like for example, is midbar. Yan, midbar. So, may gamit ng shiva dito sa may dalit. Ayan, midbar. Then a sheva is vocal at the beginning, di ba? Na-mention natin kanina, sa beginning ang sheva ay vocal. Yan, at the beginning of a word, ito ay vocal. Ayan. Shimo, example is shimo. Kasi beginning, nakita yung dalawang tuldok dyan sa shin, vocal ang sheva at the beginning of a syllable. And then, isa pa, yeshmero. Ayan. Yeshmero, hindi na siya silent na. Nagiging silent na yung doon na ilagay doon sa shin, under. Then, kaya may time na vocal, mayroong time na silent. If two sheva are adjacent in a word, the first is silent. So, kung dalawang sheva ang nandun, silent yung isa. Okay? The first is silent and the second is vocal. So, magiging vocal yung isa. Yung isa naman silent. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan, ha? Sa mga nyo, sa pag nag-practice na kayo. So, following a long vowel, ayan, sosikim. Kumbaga, sosikim. Ayan. So, may, sheva. Then, the compound sheva, a compound sheva also called composite. Sheva is a half vowel that appears under guttural consonants in place of a simple sheva. There are three compound sheva: an A class, an I class, and U class. They are pronounced the same as their full vowel counterparts but for a shorter duration. Okay, ito po. The Chatef Patak. Ayan, yung nakita niyan, in arise. A-class. A-class. And then, katef sigol. Ayan, ilang tuldok yan kasi meron yung sheva. Ayan, E in excuse. Example, ayan, yun yung pronunciation. E as in eagle or excuse or I-class naman. And then, chatef comments. O in omit. U-class. Yan. So, mayroong tatlong class. The A-class, the I-class, and then the U-class. Ano yung sa A-class? Yan po yung sa katef patak. A in arise. The I-class is E in excuse. The U-class is O in omit. So, yun yung the chatef comments. So, independent personal pronouns, independent like English, biblical, Hebrew has independent personal pronouns. Okay, ulitin ko. Meron tinatawag na independent personal pronouns. Independent like English, biblical Hebrew has independent personal pronouns that are used as subjects of clauses. Pronouns, this corresponds to English I, you, he, she, we, they. So, yun yung yung katumbas noon dito sa yung sa Hebrew, yung independent personal pronouns. So, yun mga bantayan, I, you, he, she, we, they. So, ito po yung example natin dyan. Ayan. So, the independent personal pronouns. Ayan. So, she, okay, you, he, and Ana, and then yung isa naman is Ani, and then Abi. Yan. So, nandun yung third personal pronoun, the second, ayun po, makikita nyo. And then, they, you, we. So, ito yung mga bantayan nyo sa Hebrew, at ma-identify nyo yung independent personal pronouns pag na-encounter nyo ang mga words na ito. Katulad ng hen, anim, ayan, or avin, mga ganon. So, verbless clauses naman tayo. The present tense of the verb to be is not expressed lexically by a word in Hebrew, thus it must be supplied in English. So, they are not gods. Example nga dito sa 2 Kings 19:18, these types of clauses are called verbless clauses. And then the dagesh kal and dagesh jazak. So you learn about the 6 consonants, the beit, the gimel, dalet, kaf, pei, and chade, called bigat kipat letters only. These 6 consonants can be have a dot called the dagesh kal in them. So yun po yung itong 6 na na letters sa Hebrews na tinatawag bigat kipat, ay mayroon silang tinatawag dagesh kal or the dagesh lene, yung dot. The dagesh kal in kaf and bet and pei marks their pronunciation as a stop. Ayan. in which the air flowing through the mouth is stopped instead of the corresponding continuant in which the air flows through the mouth continuously. The Dagesh Kal appears in a Bigad Kipat letter wherever there is not a vowel or vocal sheva preceding it at the beginning of a word, the var, at the beginning of a syllable following a closed syllable, mid-bar. And so the same dot can represent another type of Dagesh called the Dagesh Jazak, strong Dagesh. A Dagesh Jazak can occur in any consonant except gutturals and resh and lengthens it. And Bikesh. The Bigat Kipat letters can also have a Dagesh Jazak. In addition to lengthening the consonant, this Dagesh also makes the pronunciations of Kaf and Beit and P a stop just like the Dagesh Kal. Habin, example is the Habin. Here are three principles for telling the two types of Dagesh apart. Number one, a Dagesh in a non-Bigat Kipat letter is a Dagesh Jazak. A Dagesh in a Bigat Kipat letter preceded by a vowel is a Dagesh Jazak. A Dagesh in a Bigat Kipat letter not preceded by a vowel is a Dagesh Kal. So, yun yung tawag doon, depende sa vowel. Yan. So, may the Dagesh Jazak, the Dagesh Kal. So, Dagesh Jazak affects the syllable structure. So, yun po. So, the Bikishu, a Shiba under a consonant with a Dagesh Jazak is always vocal. Yan. So, how about the gutturals consonants? Gutturals, several pharyngeal and laryngeal consonants pronounced in the back of the throat are grouped together under the label guttural consonants. Like for example, ayin, khet, he, and aleph. And then the four characteristics of guttural are notable. Gutturals and resh cannot be lengthened. That is, they cannot have a Dagesh Jazak. The gutturals prefer a class, vowels, nearby, example, before or after. Yan. Amid, or ya'amud. Gutturals, het or he, and ayin at the ends of a word, following a long vowel. Take a class, helping vowel called fortib patak. This is the only instance where two vowels occur in a row. Yan, roak. Example, ruwak. Gutturals usually have a compound shiva instead of simple sheva. Okay, the ashir instead of asir. Yan. Ashir instead of aser. So, open and close syllables and word stress. A syllable begins with a consonant and ends with either a vowel, open, or a consonant close. And the bar has two syllables, open, the da, and a close bar, the bar. So the vowel letters yud, vav, and he, and aleph do not close syllables. However, the he at the ends of a word does close a syllable. So the dot, called mapek, indicates that the he is a consonant and not a vowel letter. So open syllables usually have long vowels. So, yan po yung example, the word da. In the bar, unless stressed, then they may have a short vowels as M. Okay? And then the closed syllables usually have a short vowels. Melek, the lek, mel, lek, unless stressed, then they may have long vowels as the ra, the bar. The vowel represents the short U class comet cutoff if it is in a closed and stressed syllable, otherwise it is the long A class comets. Like for example is kokma. A syllable is either stressed or unstressed. In most words, the last syllable is stressed. Words that are not stressed on the last syllable in the lessons and exercises have an accent mark over the stressed syllable written. So example here, ayan, the father. Ayan. So yun po yung mga example natin dyan. So may mga exercises tayo, pwede niyong sagutan. Write each of the biblical Hebrew vowels with each of the consonants, pronounce aloud the combination of consonants and vowel as you write them. So pwede kayo nung gumawa na with the consonants with the vowels. Yan, practice lang. Then write each compound sheva with each of the guttural consonants. And then pronounce aloud the combinations of consonants and vowel as you write them. And read aloud the name of each vowel and write the correct sign under dun sa consonants. Find the names of the biblical Hebrew vowels in the puzzle. And then identify a similar sounding English word for its Hebrew word. And then practice reading. Practice reading the following verses until you can do so smoothly, and then identify its sheva as silent or vocal. Practice reading the following verses until you can do so smoothly, and then identify each dagish as a dagish kal or dagish jazak. Okay, so yun po, kailangan ulitin ko, familiarize yung alphabet, practice writing, familiarize writing, and then reading hanggang ma-familiarize nyo yung consonants and then yung vowels, kasi mayroong magkakaparihas na mga litra. Pero pag na-familiarize nyo yung Hebrew alphabet, yung consonants and then the vowels, ang dali na lang isulat at basahin ang Hebrew. So hanggang dito na lang yung ating presentation sa lesson number 2. Next Friday, lesson number 10 naman po tayo.